Hi guys, my name is Vlatka and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm gonna show you how to make a leopard print Kumihimo braid, which is available on Friendship Bracelets net under pattern K2940. I will also show you how to start your friendship bracelets with a loop when you have an uneven number of strings per color. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss my new tutorials. Now, are you ready for some knotting? Then let's begin. To make this bracelet, you need 16 strings. 3, each 120 centimeters long, folded in half, which we will use for the background. 3, each 120 centimeters long, folded in half, which we will use for the dots outline. 2, each 60 centimeters long, one for the background and one for the outline. And one 150 centimeters long, also folded in half, which we will use to fill the dots and make the loop. The thread I am using is anchor thread, and I will link it in the description below. To make this bracelet, you also need a Kumihimo disc. I made mine out of cardboard and it has 32 notches. I will link a tutorial on how to make it in the description below. In case you'd like to buy yours, I will link some in the description as well. First, I'll show you how to make a loop. Fold all the longer strings in half, including the one which we will use to make the loop, and connect them in the middle. Then, tape them down a little bit higher than the actual middle point. Move the string which you will use to make the loop to the side and tape down the two shorter strings as well, like this. Then, take the string which you cut a bit longer and start making forward-backward knots with it onto the rest of the strings to form the loop. First, make 10 forward-backward knots with it. Once done, pull the two shorter strings into the knotted part of the loop, like this. Then, flip the bracelet to the other side to make the other half of the loop. Now, instead of making forward-backward knots, make 10 backward-forward knots to finish the loop. If you like your loop bigger, just make a larger number of knots. Once done, adjust it a bit and connect the two sides with a square knot. If you do not know how to make a square knot, I'll link a tutorial in the description below. And your loop is done. Now we can begin making a kumihimo braid. Push the loop through the hole in the center of the disc and hold it on the other side with your fingers while you attach the strings to the disc based on the pattern. You need to attach the strings onto the disc in this order. Take the two background color strings and attach them on top of the disc. Then take one black and one brown string and attach them to the disc while making sure there are two free spaces between the first two strings we attached and these two. Then take the brown and the black string and again attach them to the disc while making sure they are separated from the previous strings we attached to the disc with two free spaces. Continue attaching the strings to the disc based on the pattern, always making sure there are two free spaces between the strings we attach to the disc. Once done, adjust the strings a bit so that the loop, which we pulled through the hole, is in the center. And the strings are prepared. These are the starting positions of the strings, and you will know you made a full circle once you get them in these positions again. Start with the bottom strings, the ones in the middle. Take the left one, bring it up 180 degrees and place into the free space on the left by the top two strings. Then take the top far right string, bring it down 180 degrees and place it into the free space on the right by the bottom string. Turn the disc 90 degrees counterclockwise and repeat the process. Take the left bottom string, move it up 180 degrees and move the top far right string down 180 degrees by the bottom string. Again, turn the disc 90 degrees counterclockwise, place the bottom left string on top on the left side and the top right string on the bottom on the right side. Continue doing so until you make a full circle, when you will again have your strings in the starting positions. Also, make sure to untangle the strings hanging at the bottom every now and then to avoid them getting all tangled up. and that's a full circle. Now all the strings are in the starting positions again. Now, before I make a few more full circles to show you how the bracelet is forming at the bottom, a small tip. In case you need to take a break, leave your strings in the starting positions, or place the bottom one on top, so you know where to begin once you get back to it. I made a few more full circles and you can see how our bracelet is forming at the bottom. Another tip. Make sure to pull the bracelet down gently every now and then to make it look prettier. Continue braiding until you are satisfied with the length of the bracelet. Then take the end of the bracelet and hold it firmly with your fingers, as close to the base as possible, while you remove all the strings from the disc. Continue holding the end until you remove all the strings to avoid the bracelet unbraiding. Then tie a knot and finish it with twisted ties. If you do not know how to make twisted ties, I will link a tutorial in the description below. And that's it. Your leopard print Kumihimo braid is done. Do you like it? Will you try to make it? Let me know in the comment section below. If you found this video useful, like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss my new tutorials. Not with you next week. Bye!